Ashley here, also known as the Ashley fan. I am back today with another video, and today is going to be we're going to be going back to my Gossip Girl rants. I am back on track. I decided why not do something. It's a Sunday. It's been a very busy week. I worked on Christmas, and I'm just trying to do the best I can to get my birthday together with my sister. We're twins, and it's just very frustrating. So I thought, why not get some frustration out by talking about my Gossip Girl rant. And I have my paper, but here it is. I have it right here. Well, we're gonna forget. So today we're gonna be talking about Rufus and Lily. Almost said Lucas. Rufus and Lily, and why I personally just feel like their relationship is very, very overrated. The same thing with their love story. I think it's very overrated. I feel like a lot of people just, I don't understand why some people wanted them to be in game over Dan and Serena. So that should get into it. So let me give you how I personally feel about Rufus and Lily. Me personally, I really did enjoy the build up in season 1 and 2. I do think, can't remember the actor and actress name, but I think her name was Kelly. I don't remember his name. I do think they did have great chemistry. And I thought it was very intriguing to learn that Dan's dad and Serena's mom had a past. I thought that was very intriguing, very, very interesting. I was into it. I was into the whole love triangle thing with Bart in season 1. It was really good to me. I really did love the Rufus and Lily build up. I love the stuff in season 1, but I really love the stuff in season 2. I really loved the get back and her just trying to fight her feelings for Rufus. But I think for me, where I just feel like things got, I would say, annoying for me, is that we've seen this before in different TV shows where two parents have a history and it ruins what the kids have going on. I've seen this in Riverdale. And a lot about this storyline reminds me of Riverdale. Betty and Jughead were dating, and out of nowhere, SP and Alice have a romantic history that we did not know about. And it's obvious that there's still some unresolved feelings there. And just like SP and Alice, Rufus and Lily have a secret child that they did not know about, that Rufus did not know about. To me, I feel like this, I hated this. Still to this day, I hate this. I hate the whole secret child thing. It was a waste of time. I feel like instead of revealing that she gave the child up, they should have just revealed that she was pregnant and maybe she had an abortion or a miscarriage. Like, to me, that's way more simple than introducing this whole child. Now Dan and Serena have they share a sibling. Like, how more hillbilly can you get? Like, that's some real hillbilly redneck shit. They're sharing a half sibling and they still want to date each other. Like, it's just, it's sick. It's sickening. I don't understand why they did this. To me, I feel like this ruined Dan and Serena's relationship in season 2. It really ruined the relationship for me. Knowing that, like, there was a point where they were still trying to date, knowing that their parents were dating, and it was just like, it was weird. Like, it was weird. All 4 of them waking up early in the morning, and like their parents are dating and they're dating. It's just weird. Like I said, it's giving very hillbilly, redneck, and I really wasn't a fan of it. I just felt like, why get Dan and Serena back together if you're gonna make Rufus and Lily a thing in season 2? It was no point of that. Did I like it? Yes, but to me, I just felt like for it to be short-lived, that only lasted, they got back together in, because I think they came back to school in season 2 in episode 14. Her and Dan got together, I think, her and Dan got together in that same episode. They were together for episodes 14, 15, 16, and they broke up in episode 17. What was the point of it? What was the point of keeping them together? And then they still chose to stay together when they found they had a secret sibling. Like, that relationship should have ended there. If me personally, I feel like, wow, Serena, this is just too much. Too much. I can't do it. Our parents dating is one thing, but us finding out that they had a kid, we share DNA. Both of that runs. It was weird, and it was so unnecessary. It was so unnecessary. So necessary. Me personally, I just feel like okay, I loved the Rufus and Lily's Secret Child thing in season 2. I hated it. I despised it. I didn't like it. And then I feel like Rufus proposing to her at the end of season 2 was just so soon. It was just like, okay, y'all might have known each other for a long time, but y'all are different people now. You're not 19-year-old Rufus. She's not 19-year-old Lily. Y'all have to get to know each other as the, I don't know how old they are, but I'm assuming Rufus and Lily gotta be in their mid-30s, like mid-30s at least in Gossip Girl. They have to get to know each other right now, who they are, like all of it. Like they're moving way too fast. They were moving way too fast season 2. He wants to propose. He wants to sell the loft and have them all move into each other. Like you're not even letting the kids digest any of this. Y'all just zoom, 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 zoom. Like Jenny said, y'all might be ready to make this happen, but that don't mean that we're ready. Maybe I'm not ready to move in with Lily and call her mom. Like, have you ever thought of that? Like, it's very weird territory to get into. And me personally, after season 2, I did not care for them after it. Season 3 to me is when the relationship got super duper toxic, and I feel like it should have ended there. And to me, things started getting really out of. To me, I feel like the relationship really started going downhill between Lily and Rufus when the whole situation about whether or not she was sick and where was she the whole summer. And we find out when Serena went to go visit her dad that the whole time Lily was seeing her ex-husband. She talked about she didn't feel good, and he said that she was sick, but then he lied because he realized how much she was still in love with her and how much he wanted to put the family back together. It was just very weird. And the fact that Lily was willing to have Rufus, she lied to him. She never told him the truth about where she was over the summer, and she's getting mad at him for being mad at her. It's like, are you serious, Lily? You're the one lying and keeping secrets. And then her husband comes back. He lies about her being sick. Serena and Lily convince Rufus to be okay with him living in the house. Are you kidding? He can't live somewhere else and be her personal doctor. Like, it was just disrespectful. And then Serena got mad at Rufus for saying that he can't live here and everything like that. Like, she got so mad. And it's like, Serena, I understand that's your father. I get it. But you have to understand uncomfortable territory. Me and Lily are married. We don't need another person pretty much just squinting himself into their marriage. And, like, him and Lily are going down memory lane of their marriage. And nah. Y'all want to talk about the good old days? You're her doctor. Understand y'all were married. You need to be her doctor. Y'all don't even be talking about the day y'all got married and when y'all did this with the kids and all that shit. That shit don't matter. That was years ago. Leave it in the past. Period. And I feel like the icing on the top for me is when Rufus was seeing that lady in her apartment. There's no way. I don't care what Rufus said. Him and that lady definitely slept together. If they didn't sleep together, they had to kiss. Because why are you meeting this woman inside of her apartment at all late and all hours? You're definitely cheating. He's definitely cheating. He's emotionally cheating. And I can understand that when you're going through a bad patch, you need someone to talk to. I totally get it. But to me, I feel like sometimes when you talk to people when you're in a really bad patch about your relationship, some people will take advantage of it. And I feel like Rufus he didn't set no boundaries when it came to that situation. Like, I can understand he needs someone to talk to, but me and that woman in her apartment, that's crossing a boundary. I don't care how bad of a patch I'm in a relationship with somebody. I'm not going to meet a man who I consider a friend in his apartment. That's not good territory. I will meet you outside of your apartment. We could go talk over coffee. We could talk somewhere in the park. I'm not meeting you anywhere in private like a house. That's crossing a boundary. And he knew that, and he did it. And like the whole thing about Lily wanting to run off and be with her ex-husband, to me, I just felt like the fact that Rufus can just take her back after all of that was absurd to me. I couldn't believe it. And the fact that he got mad at Jenny being mad is just like, you don't understand why she's mad. Like, you guys fight all the time. All the time. They were fighting way before William came into the picture. They were fighting about the stuff about last summer. They were fighting about all of it. And like, they just got got really toxic. Like, I just don't understand why people talk about they should have been in game. Why? The chemistry kind of went down. They listed their marriage got like literally no storylines and no screen time. Like, they were just, to this day, y'all crazy. I got into Gossip Girl very young, and I remember Lily and Rufus being together in them getting together in season 1 and 2. But I only remember their marriage in season 3. I thought they were already divorced by season 4, but I didn't realize they got divorced in season 5 when I rewatched the show back. I'm like, I didn't know they were still married. That's a crazy thing, because their marriage got nothing. It got nothing, absolutely nothing. And then the whole situation with Lily willing to pretty much divorce Rufus for Bart, that made like no sense. As much as I didn't care for her and Rufus, for her to just divorce Rufus out of nowhere for Bart, it just made no sense. That was stupid, but good riddance. To me, I feel like the Rufus and Lily thing, I feel like the build-up was better than the marriage. I feel like when it came to I understand you need drama and things like that, but I feel like the stuff in season 3, I just feel like it was just no coming back from it. I just feel like it was just too much lies. And then once it was revealed that he lied about everything, they didn't even talk about it. He was just like, I won't lose you to Lily, I won't lose you to anyone. It's like, you have to talk about the fact that she was willing to pack up and go live with her ex-husband and pretty much start over with him, Rufus. So you cool with that? You cool with really your wife just being like, fuck you, I'm going to go start over with my ex-husband? Like, it's just disrespectful. To me, the marriage should have just been cut off right there in season 3. It should have been cut off. It really should have been cut off. They did nothing with the secret child reveal. They literally introduced this boy, and he was never ever showed ever again. What was the point? To me, I feel like Lily and Rufus ruined Dan and Serena. They ruined what Dan and Serena should have been, because the Dan and Serena thing, to me, like I said, I go with the love story. And to me, I feel like Dan and Serena, that was the love story. Not in the love story of the show is Chuck and Blair, period. I don't care what anyone says. But to me, I felt like it was crazy how really, it should have really been Dan and Serena. If you really think about it, they really should have been the it couple of Gossip Girl, but it ended up being Chuck and Blair. I feel like when Chuck and Blair hooked up in season 1, the writers knew they had something special and they couldn't pass on it, which, if they would have had passed on it at the end of season 1 and never done anything with it after that, I probably would have been very pissed, because Chuck was nothing more but just a side character in season 1. Yeah, he's very charismatic, but he was nothing more but just a side character. I really wanted to see more with him. And they did. They gave Chuck a lot more in the later seasons, and he's one of my favorite characters. I absolutely adore Chuck. But if I'm being honest here, I really feel like Dan and Serena should have been the it couple, because season 1 was really about their relationship, which was very cute. I think Blake and Penn had really great convincing chemistry, and I think a lot of that really came from the fact that they were dating. They were really cute. I really loved Dan and Serena in the first 2 seasons, but that don't mean they didn't have other good stuff in the later part of the series. Like, they didn't really interact that much in season 3 until towards the end, which they did nothing with. When they kissed and then they slept in the bed with each other, and like, they did nothing with that. And then she left because she couldn't make a decision between Dan or Nate. And then season 4 opens up, she still can't make a decision. She's playing with both of their feelings. She gets with this teacher, and it was just stupid. Like, her and Dan really should have gone back together in season 4, period. That's where it stands with me. I thought they should have been building them back up in season 4. Because, to me, I would have ended Lily and Rufus at season 3. Because no way that marriage should have went on after all the shit that was in season 3. Just, it was no fucking way. No fucking way. They didn't even talk about it. Like, nothing. It should have not went farther than that. I love Dan and Serena, but I will get into them when it comes to their video. With me, I feel like them getting together ruined what Dan and Serena could have been if they weren't together. Kind of like Buffy, kind of like, not Buffy, kind of like Betty and Jughead. It was just weird in Riverdale. Like, their parents are dating, and they're dating, and now they have ST and Alice have a secret son, and Jughead and Betty still decide to be together. And I don't think that's what ruined Betty and Jughead. I think what ruined Betty and Jughead was the whole stupid Archie shit in Riverdale. the whole Betty and Archie thing about they had feelings, they were in love with each other. That was just stupid. Never once convincing Lily and what's his name? The guy who played Archie. KJ Alpha, I think that's his name. Her and they don't have chemistry to me. I don't know. I don't see it. A lot of people ship Betty and Archie, and that's fine. But to me, I just never really saw convincing chemistry between the two of them. I feel like Betty, her crush on him was really annoying in season 1. Like, really annoying. It came off very pick-me-ish in season 1. But when they decided to do something with her and Jughead, I was just 100% into that. I thought her and Jughead were cute. Lily and Cole had very convincing and cute chemistry, and it was ruined by having Archie and Betty kiss out of nowhere. I don't necessarily think that FP and Alice ruined Betty and Jughead, but I think they play a part in it because things just got really weird out of nowhere. And like, for them to not even think once that it was weird, it just bothered me. Like, seriously, Jughead and Betty never once sat down and thought about how weird it was that their parents were dating and they both share a secret brother. At least in Gossip Girl, Dan and Serena acknowledged it. They tried to work through it. It just got way too weird, which is very understandable because if I couldn't imagine sharing a secret sibling with someone that I'm dating. It's too weird. It's too hillbilly-ish. It's turning into a wrong turn, and I had no interest in that. Sorry, count me out. So that's just how I feel. I feel like Lily and Rufus, I feel like people are really blind. I feel like a lot of people say they're in game. I think they're looking at the love story, not at the relationship, because literally the chemistry derailed. They didn't really have that much cute moments. Their relationship got nothing. Like, if y'all think I'm lying, go rewatch the show. I'm not lying to y'all. They had convincing chemistry in the first 2 seasons, but to me, I prefer Dan and Serena all the way. I was just a Dan and Serena shipper from the beginning, and I still am. I'm just very mad at how the writers handled them. Very mad at how the writers handled them. So that's just how I feel. I feel like Lily and Rufus are very overrated, and I feel like most of the feelings people have is because of the love story, not the marriage itself. So I said what I said. Just let me know how you guys feel. I know there's some Rufus and Lily shippers out there, which I'm not mad at. I get. But to me, I just feel like after season 3, it was over for me. I didn't care for them after season 3. I feel like season 3, it just got too toxic, and Lily, she's just a liar. Like, she's just a liar. She don't know how to tell the truth. And Rufus turned into his worst self once they got married. Let me talk about that real quick. He treated Jenny like trash. He became so neglectful. He took all his anger out on Jenny. Like, literally. He became the worst parent. I mean, he already was terrible. Now I think about it. Rufus was never really a good parent. Not like how my younger mind thought he was a good parent, but now that I'm older, he was a horrible parent. He never listened. He never supported Jenny's dreams. He played double standards, and like, he just always thought he was right because he was a parent. You know, some parents think they always right, which they're not right. I could understand him getting mad about her skipping school. Any parent would, especially if it's a private school. You're paying all that money. Your ass better be going to school, or you're paying back every single cent that I paid in that school. You get a job and pay back every single dime. I could understand him being pissed at Jenny, but for him to not be supporting her dreams about it, or the fact that he didn't allow her to be homeschooled. Well, he did allow her to be homeschooled, but she had to go right back to school. But he didn't support it at first. He didn't support the homeschooling at first. I just feel like sometimes school just isn't for everyone. Like, there were a lot of celebrities who didn't finish high school. They dropped out because they realized high school just wasn't for them. And you necessarily don't have to go to high school to get it. If you get a GED, you can still get a diploma because you're still doing school. It's just not in a school environment with a principal. It's just like you're going to class every single day and earning your GED that way and earning your diploma that way. So just because someone drops out of school doesn't mean there's no other ways for them to be in school. But I just felt like, I don't know, I just think Rufus was just trash. Like, I don't like Rufus. Like, I definitely think he was a terrible parent. He was a terrible parent towards Jenny, but when it came to Dan, he supported Dan. He was just, he never once gave Dan half the shit that he gave Jenny. When Dan was seeing that teacher, slap on the wrist. Like, a lot of Dan's behavior was slap on the wrist, but Jenny, oh my God, he's about to call the police. He's about to burn down the fucking building. Rufus is going to have a bitch fit. He was just, I feel like when it came to Jenny, he was just really awful. And then in season 3, it got even worse because, like I said, he became very neglectful. He really didn't pay attention to Jenny. They don't really have a good relationship. They don't know how to communicate with each other because the reason why I feel like Jenny don't know how to talk to him is because he's never shown her anything supportive. So it's like, why should I have respect for somebody? He don't respect what I want to do. Why should I care about his opinions? Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go get sidetracked on Rufus because that's also something that I'm going to say for the Jenny video about her downfall and how I just feel like the writers just dragged my girl Jenny through the mud. She did not deserve it. But yeah, that's how I feel. I just feel like Lily and Rufus, they were not a good match after season 2, and it should have ended at season 3 in my opinion. And because it didn't end sooner, it derailed Dan and Serena's love story, and I feel like that's why a lot of people prefer her and Nate, and that's because, actually, I don't know why people prefer her and Nate. I can't think of one good thing to say for her and Nate. I thought everything about the relationship was hella forced, so, I don't know. Couldn't tell you why people like her and Nate. I thought everything about that was forced, and Nate just seemed like he was just really obsessed and, like, hanging on to a one night stand. It's like, dude, get over it. I understand, like, you lost your virginity, but it's like, dude, you're still obsessed over like a one night stand that didn't mean anything. It meant nothing to her, but it meant everything to you. Like, whatever, I guess. But that's just how I feel. So let me know how you guys feel in the comments down below, and I'll see you with my next one.